You have over 70 organs working inside you right now, and most of them you've never thought about once. Today, we're going through every major one, what it does, why it matters, and what happens if it fails. 8 minutes. Every organ. Let's go inside. We start at the top. Your brain. 3 pounds of tissue, using 20% of your body's total energy just to keep you thinking, moving, and breathing. It sends and receives signals at speeds up to 268 miles per hour through your nerves. Every memory, every emotion, every decision, all happening in there right now. Just behind your eyes themselves are basically two cameras, capturing light and converting it into electrical signals. Your brain turns into images in real time, non-stop your entire life. Move down to your throat, and you'll find your thyroid, a small butterfly-shaped gland. It controls your metabolism, how fast you burn energy, how warm you feel, even your heart rate. Too much or too little, and your entire body's pace changes. Now, your heart, about the size of your fist, beating around 100,000 times a day, pumping nearly 2,000 gallons of blood through 60,000 miles of blood vessels, enough to circle the earth twice. It never stops, not once, not while you sleep. Right beside it, your lungs. You breathe about 20,000 times a day without ever thinking about it. Inside, tiny air sacs called alveoli, about 600 million of them, pull oxygen into your blood and push carbon dioxide out. If you spread them flat, they'd cover an entire tennis court. Below your ribs on the right side sits your liver, your body's chemical processing plant. It filters toxins, processes everything you eat and drink, and performs over 500 different functions. It's also the only organ that can regrow itself. Lose part of it, and it can rebuild. Tucked behind your stomach, your pancreas does double duty. It produces digestive enzymes to break down food, and insulin, the hormone that controls your blood sugar. Without it working properly, your entire energy system falls apart. Your stomach itself is a muscular sac that churns food with acid strong enough to dissolve metal. It produces a fresh lining every few days, because otherwise that acid would burn through itself. From there, food enters your small intestine, about 20 feet long, coiled inside your abdomen, lined with tiny finger-like projections called villi that absorb nutrients into your bloodstream. Almost everything you actually use from your food gets pulled in right here. What's left moves into your large intestine, home to trillions of bacteria that help digest fiber, produce vitamins, and support your immune system. Your gut isn't just digestion, it's one of the largest immune organs in your entire body. On either side of your spine, your kidneys filter your entire blood supply roughly 40 times a day. Every minute, about a quarter of your blood passes through them, removing waste and balancing fluids. They turn that waste into urine, stored temporarily in your bladder, which can stretch to hold up to 2 cups before sending you an unmistakable signal. Just above your kidneys, 2 small adrenal glands produce adrenaline and cortisol, your fight or flight hormones, ready to flood your system the instant you sense danger. Tucked near your stomach, your spleen filters old or damaged blood cells out of circulation and helps your immune system fight infection. You can actually live without it, but your body works harder to compensate. Now let's talk about what holds everything together. Your skin, your largest organ by far, covering nearly 20 square feet. It regulates your temperature, blocks pathogens, and replaces itself entirely roughly every 27 days. Underneath it, your skeleton, 206 bones, constantly rebuilding themselves, with your entire skeleton essentially replaced every 10 years. Bone marrow inside those bones produces about 2 million new blood cells every single second. Wrapping around your bones, over 600 muscles, making up nearly 40% of your total body weight, working together for every movement you make, including the ones you don't notice, like blinking or breathing. Inside your chest, your thymus, most active in childhood, trains your immune system's white blood cells to recognize threats before quietly shrinking as you age. Your lymphatic system runs alongside your blood vessels, carrying immune cells through hundreds of lymph nodes, draining excess fluid, and fighting infection you never even notice happening. Now, the organs most people forget entirely. Your gallbladder, a small sac under your liver, stores bile to help digest fat. Your appendix, once thought useless, may actually store beneficial gut bacteria as a backup supply. Behind your nose, your sinuses warm and filter the air you breathe before it ever reaches your lungs. Inside your ears, tiny bones smaller than a grain of rice convert sound waves into signals your brain decodes as sound. And your reproductive organs, different for everyone, regulate hormones that affect everything from mood to bone density to metabolism, far beyond their most obvious function. Here's what's remarkable. None of these organs work alone. Your brain talks to your gut. Your kidneys talk to your heart. Your liver talks to your pancreas. A constant, silent conversation happening through nerves, hormones, and blood vessels every second of your life. When one organ struggles, others compensate, adjust, and recalibrate, often for years, before you ever notice a single symptom. That's the real story of your body. Not one machine, but dozens of systems, perfectly coordinated, running calculations more complex than anything we've ever built, without you consciously managing a single one of them. You didn't have to remember to filter your blood today. You didn't have to manually balance your hormones or tell your bone marrow to make blood cells. It just happened. It's happening right now while you watch this. So, the next time you feel tired or notice something off, remember, your body isn't failing you randomly. It's usually trying to tell you something through a system more advanced than anything in the world around you. Take care of it, sleep enough, move your body, eat real food, drink water. Every organ we just covered depends on those basics to keep doing its job. That's every major organ in your body in 8 minutes, 70 plus parts, working together every second without a single day off. If this gave you a new appreciation for what's happening inside you right now, consider subscribing. We go inside the human body every single week. Thank you for joining us on another journey inside the human body. This is Inside Know.